Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Allstate wants to remind fans that mayhem is everywhere, like at your pregame barbecue. While you prep your meats, that grease trap you forgot to empty is prepping to smoke your porch, garage, and the car inside. And without the right home and auto insurance coverage, the cost to repair this could eat up your savings. So bundle home and auto with Allstate to save and get protected from mayhem like this. Bundled savings vary and are not available in every state. Coverage is subject to policy terms and conditions.
This episode is brought to you by Tic Tac. Minty, refreshing, classic. And it's not just the Tic Tac mints. It's the new track by Kenise with beats that'll leave you feeling as refreshed as a Tic Tac and a vibe that'll take you on a ride through 100 layers of flavor. Does it get any fresher than this?
Tic Tac, enjoy the bright side. That 100-layer joyride. Pop one, let's paint the town. Freshman flavors all around. Take a ride on a Tic Tac.
Pick up a pack of Tic Tac mints today.
Something big must be happening. One, we're both together and we're not at opposite ends of the country. And two, we're on location. Always a big deal when we're on location. And we're at St Pancras Station in the centre of London. And we are stood by a Eurostar train. And its destination, according to the front, is Paris. Clue there. I'm Michael.
And I'm John, but full disclosure, we're not here catching the train today. We're here to meet 10 athletes who are the very first named by Team GB for Paris 2024. This is a special edition of the podcast with British Sailing.
How exciting. You can always contact us via our website, that's anythingbutfooty.com. Use the contact us form there. We'd love to get your messages. You can find us across all the social platforms, that's Threads, Instagram, X, Facebook, plus we're also on TikTok now as well.
So, let's meet the team as British Sailing's class of 2024 aim to emulate their predecessors and continue the proud run that has made Great Britain and Northern Ireland the most successful nation in Olympic sailing history.
So I'm Mark Robinson, I'm the OA's Performance Director. We're in charge of the British Sailing team. I've also been appointed by the BOA as the team leader for sailing at the Paris Games. So for Paris 2024 we've selected John Gimson and Anna Burnet coming back in the Nacra 17, Emma Wilson in the iQFOiL, the women's windsurfing, Freya Black and Saskia Tidey in the women's skiff, the 49er FX, James Peters and Fynn Sterritt in the 49er, Ellie Aldridge in the women's Kite, and Sam Sills in the iQFOiL men. And then finally Michael Beckett Mickey Beckett in the ILCA 7, the men's dinghy. The Nacra 17, well John and Anna, we train with the Italians with that one, so we train with the current gold and silver medalists. They've had some competitions where they beat the Italians and others where the Italians have beaten them, so we'll keep pushing in that one. We'd love it to be gold.
I'm John Gimson, I sail foiling Nacra 17 with
Anna Burnet.
You won a medal in Tokyo?
Yep.
Now going to Paris.
I mean, it's really exciting for us today, especially because last time we were really late, selection. So it's nice to be one, in the first group of athletes selected for Team GB. Bit of a relief this Christmas. Last time, was it January we found out? Yeah. So yeah, a bit less stressful this time on the selection front, but really happy to be here.
But is there pressure, Anna?
I think the pressure is only, what we put on ourselves. I suppose this time round in the sailing team, there's no returning gold medalists, which often there has been historically. So yeah, I guess maybe we feel a bit of pressure to step up and as returning Olympians, along with Emma and Sass to lead the sailing team in some ways. But honestly, I think everyone in the sailing team is here on their merit. There's so many good chances for medals in this team amongst new Olympians and returning Olympians. So yeah, it's cool to be part of.
For those that don't know, tell us what a Nacra 17 mixed multi-hull boat is then.
Yeah, it's quite a mouthful, that. My friends ask me the same thing. So the mixed multi-hull is a catamaran, so 2 hulls, and it's hydrofoiling, so basically it lifts out the water. So there's a few of the Olympic classes in sailing now which are hydrofoiling, so it's kind of the way that the sport's going. We lift out of the water once we get to a certain speed, which then gets rid of all of the drag of having the boat in the water. So we're effectively flying, and it's, once the drag from the water is gone, it's just a lot faster. So it's faster, it's a bit harder for us to sail, but it's really fun.
John, you're the helm, and Anna, you're the crew. So what does the helm do, and then what does the crew do?
In essence, Anna does everything. I'm not really sure what I do. I basically steer and do a lot of the tactical decision making, and Anna's in control of the sails and all the power we have on board. A lot of multitasking involved, and and it's a very physical role what she does.
I mean, I'm really lucky to sail with John. If you're going to have a teammate, that's in a partnership that's going to work well, then it needs to be a partnership where you back each other up on the water. You can't. There's no time to get annoyed at each other or dwell on each other's mistakes, and I mean that's probably the spiel that everyone gives, but genuinely in our team that's true, and I think that's really what we pride ourselves on, is that we back each other up all the time. And I'm really lucky that John's very level-headed, and obviously we're a good team on and off the water.
We're here at Eurostar. People can probably hear the trains coming in behind us. It means that Marseille's not that far away. You've been training there for a long time. Is it actually an advantage for that, or actually, like UK Sport told us the other week, that you're so used to it that you get a bit complacent?
Yeah, I mean, in sailing, it's all about the weather, basically. And I mean, what we're learning about Marseille is it changes every single day. So I think, particularly for our sport, almost feels like we can't spend enough time there, because we need to have experienced every condition and learn what the wind does, what the currents do, what the waves are like. So yeah, in our case, for sure, I think more time has definitely been better.
And Marseille, such an incredible place.
Yeah, Marseille is a really cool city. I mean, the vibe is quite crazy. It's it's a bustling, really busy, quite international city. And where the sailing is, we're just kind of on the edge of the hustle and bustle. So you're almost getting into a little bit quieter. But I mean, during summer, Marseille is crazy, but it's really cool. I think we'll get a lot of spectators, and it'll be a really good vibe.
Is this still exciting, being named by Team GB at the Olympics? You've been there before, you've been world champions, you've been European medalists and things like that. So is this still a buzz for you guys?
Yeah, it's still really exciting. It's just, I mean, it's an honour. I guess neither of us probably dreamed of going to 2 Olympics. One was always a dream, of course. So here we are with the first selected athletes going to the second game. So it's it's hard not to be excited about that.
It's what you dream about your whole childhood, and for us in sailing, the Olympics is the pinnacle, and there's only one spot for each country, so it's hard to fight for. So yeah, no, we're both very proud of being here.
Emma Wilson in the iQFOiL, women's windsurfing. She had less time than everyone else to convert from the RSX of last cycle, the equipment change, but very quickly started to dominate between her and maybe the French girl. It's a common theme here. There's a big battle looming with us and the French in a lot of classes.
Hey, my name's Emma Wilson. I'm really happy to be selected for Team GB for Paris 2024. Instead of just windsurfing normally on the water, we now have a hydrofoil underneath our board and we fly across it. So it's basically just much faster and more fun, bigger crashes, but I think it's just a lot more, visually as well, it's a lot better.
How tough was it to make the change after winning your medal in Tokyo in what I might term traditional windsurfing?
Yeah, it was pretty tough. The first few months I just spent about 3 months crashing and I wasn't sure if I would, how I'd get on. But once I got the hang of it, I just see it as normal windsurfing, but a lot more fun, so yeah.
Was there a decision to be made for you ahead of Tokyo, whether to start focusing on these games and the Q4, or whether to continue that journey to try and get that Olympic medal in windsurfing?
Yeah, it was pretty hard, because obviously with a year to go to Tokyo, but everyone had moved on to the iQFOiL. So I was already a year and a half behind, but when that was happening I was like, I'd do anything to win a medal, and if I don't qualify for Paris, then I got a medal. So to qualify for Paris and win a medal in Tokyo is a dream. Yeah.
What's Mum said? Because she's been there twice, 92 and 96, windsurfer at the Olympics. Super proud, I guess, that you and I are a 2-time Olympian as well.
Yeah. No. Obviously, she's super happy, and I think she just says to me, just enjoy it, because it doesn't happen very often, and you've worked like your whole life to get to this point, so yeah, you might as well have fun now.
Watching the games in Tokyo, I felt some of the new sports like freestyle BMX, skateboarding, sport climbing, they energised the games, they gave it a new dimension. Do you think iQFOiL will be the same?
Yeah, I think so. I think people will be shocked at like how fast we go and how close we are together, and if they get some of the crashes on the TV, that'd be cool, because I think it makes it all just a lot more exciting for everyone to watch.
And for people that don't know it, tell us a little bit about how the event will actually unfold. Is it like a point-to-point race? Are you on a circuit, for example?
Yeah, I think that's actually the most interesting bit, is we have a different format to every other class. Like, we do a normal 20 race series, but then on the last day we have a quarter-final, a semi-final and a final, and basically whoever wins the final wins. So it's a lot more like a normal traditional sport, and easier for everyone to understand, I think. I mean, it's a bit more brutal if you've been winning all week and you don't win the final, and that's that. So, but yeah, I think it's exciting.
You've got the bronze medal. Where'd you keep that?
It's in the lounge. Yeah, I saw it the other day. I lost it for a bit. I found it again now, so that's good.
How much does it burn inside you to try and go to a silver or the Olympic gold medal this time around?
Yeah, I mean, Olympic gold medal is my dream, and I was only 2 points off it last time, and joint points are second, so yeah, I'm going to give everything to try and win this time.
All the very best, and thanks for your time today.
Thank you. Thanks.
Sam Sills, been in and out of our program for a long time, got a bit heavy for the RSX and left for a while. iQFOiL's come in and he was already doing some sort of recreational foiling and just been utterly ruthless in his preparation.
Firstly, congratulations. Team GB, you've got the tracksuit on. How does it feel?
It's an incredibly special moment. It's been a really long journey to get here. A lot of times it nearly didn't happen, and I put my heart and soul, everything into this, and I'm thrilled and relieved that it's come alive. It's happened.
So I'm right in saying it's not your full-time job. You run your own company.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I studied naval architecture at university, and for a while I was working in this sector alongside trying to be an athlete, which was amazing. I learned a lot. I had some great times. I went to Norway and I worked on electric boats, and then recently I was working on my own windsurfing designs, and then this year when it really hotted up I decided to put that to the side, park it, and just focus on trying to complete this mission and win the Olympics.
And you said what a long journey it was for you as well as your teammates. When did you kind of know, oh, actually I'm in form here, I'm gonna go to these Paris Games?
Wow. So earlier on this year in January I had a lot of success after a lot of failure as well, actually. So the Worlds last year were very poor. I finished 16th, and it was from that moment a real focus on trying to get back for this year, and I took away all distractions. I missed Christmas, I missed New Year's. I just took everything away that wasn't aligned with trying to complete this mission. And then I arrived in January to the Lanzarote Games, and I won every single race for the first half of the regatta. In the end, in the finals, didn't come fruitful, made some mistakes, but this happened again the next month, and it was that moment that it hit me hard that an Olympic medal is not a distant dream anymore. It's a realistic possibility if I work hard and I have a bit of luck on the day. So that moment was a big moment, but it wasn't the trials. The trials were still to come. So, and I was fully focused on this. I had a lot of success on the first event. I won the Princess Sophia early on this year, which was an incredible moment in my life, and there was a lot of adversity prior to that. Things were going really wrong, but managed to pull it together right at the end. Then throughout the season there was a lot of problems going on before the big events, but I managed to just about cling on to the top 8, which was very important for selection this year. And then at the World Championships, right on the last race of the last day, I managed to clinch the 10th position by 1 point, and that gave me the ticket to qualify the nation for the Olympic Games. And I think it was that evening I understood that I've done it, and I had some tears in my eyes, and it was a very emotional moment just thinking back to this day. Because in sport, your whole career is defined in moments. Millisecond decisions is what gives you first or last, and that hit me hard, that moment.
Final question then. We've just heard the Eurostar go, literally from beside us.
Yes.
When you're in France next year, it's not job done yet, is it? You said it's great that I'm in Team GB, but you want to go and win a medal.
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan. Yeah. We're going there to win, for sure. We've got the best sports science team in the world. We've got the best sailing team in the world, and we hope to dominate it. I think we'll lay all the chips down. We will turn every stone and try and deliver the job.
Well, Sam, we wish you all the best of luck. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
This is a special episode of the podcast. We're hearing from the very first athletes picked for Team GB for the Olympics next summer. And Mark Robinson, Performance Director of British Sailing, continues to talk us through those selected for Paris 2024.
Mickey Beckett in the ILCA 7, the men's dinghy. He can certainly get there. He's had an outstanding year. Ellie Aldridge, who's his girlfriend, in the Kite women. Again, she sort of hasn't been off the podium for 2 years.
My dad's a sailing instructor. I had a brother who's 2 years older than me, and he taught us to sail, and we just sailed round and round chasing each other. We really enjoyed sailing, and it was a great way to kind of explore the place we lived. But it also turned out I was really competitive as well. To try and get a spot in Team GB is such a big undertaking that I thought I'm not going to go to all that effort unless I really think I can win a medal, even a gold medal. I believe I can.
My name's Ellie Aldridge. I've been chosen to represent GB in sailing at the Olympics, and I'll be competing in the Formula Kite women's class. It's definitely the Formula One of sailing, and I think the Formula One of Olympic sport. It's super fast, super exciting, high adrenaline. I think it will be really exciting to watch.
Freya Black and Saskia Tidey in the women's skiff, the 49er FX. Sas returning for a third Olympics. Freya is a young up-and-comer who immensely talented.
Freya's brought an incredible fresh approach to this campaign and has really opened my eyes up to what we need to change to be better for Paris 2024, and it's exciting having been part of the class for 11 years now.
I feel really happy and confident in our team. Well, it's definitely a lifelong dream. From a young age I've always wanted to go to the Olympics, so for it to come true is really special.
And then finally, James Peters and Fynn Sterritt in the 49er. If you remember last cycle, we had Dylan, Stu and James and Fynn, and they were like 1-2 in the world, 1-2 in the European. So, James and Fynn, they were up there, and they narrowly lost to trials to the people that ultimately won the gold medal.
I'm Fynn Sterritt. I sail with James Peters in the 49er class. We're at the official unveiling, I guess, of being selected for Team GB for Paris 2024.
And we're at Eurostar, James, because one's just pulling out now.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool location. Feels real now. We're selected for the games, and it's really exciting to be here. We spent a lot of time training and racing against Dylan and Stu last cycle. Obviously, they went and did the country proud and won the gold medal, and they're both fantastic sailors. And I guess Fynn and I, there were points last cycle we felt we could have beaten them, and the fact that they went and won the gold is amazing. But I think we believe we can do the same if we get it right. So we're going to do everything we can to ensure that.
It's a bit of a relief when they retired and said they weren't going to carry on.
To be honest, we like to think that we really pushed them last cycle. So, in order to, like James said, in order to getting selected is really hard with real depth of talent. But with that depth of talent means that when you are the one to get selected, you actually have a really good chance of winning a medal. So there's pros and cons. I think that is the beauty of the British sailing team. I think we all push each other on. I think if we didn't have that depth of talent and the difficulty in getting yourself qualified, then winning a medal come the games would be a lot harder.
So you can finally tell people you're in the team today. Who have you told first?
Obviously, family. Family are the most important. They've supported us for many years, and a lot of hours driving around the country when you're younger. So pretty special to share it with them. And obviously, closest friends and things. It's a lot of excitement, and that's the cool thing with Paris being so close, and Marseille, well, we'll be sailing not too much further, is that hopefully a lot of them will be able to come and watch us sail, which is really exciting.
Job not done yet, James. You want to go and win that medal?
Yeah, the hard work in many ways starts now. The challenge changes because we've had to, over the last 6 months, we've had to perform at 4 regattas in order to be here, be selected now. and now it's just about one regatta, the Olympic Games next summer in the last week of July. So we now have some time to sort of step back, think, what do we need to do, change over the next 9 months to give ourselves the best possible chance of doing that.
Before I let you go, James, tell me one thing about Finn that he doesn't want you to tell me, and vice versa.
It springs to mind, Finn went for a toilet break whilst we were all waiting to have the photo taken, so we had about 30 people waiting on Finn whilst he dawdled up the stairs because he had no phone signal.
I'm going to say James likes a bit of karaoke. Whether or not he would want people to know, who knows? But yeah, get him in a karaoke booth and he'll let rip.
Mumford & Sons' Little Lion Man is always the go-to in these sorts of situations.
Well, we'll hold you to that when she will win that medal down in Marseille. Thank you so much for talking to us both.
Thanks. Cheers.
And there they are, your first opportunity to meet the 10 athletes in 7 classes, the British sailing team for Paris 2024. And there's still the opportunity for more sailors to be named by Team GB, with qualification ongoing in 3 other classes. You can keep, of course, bang up to date with all the latest British sailing news on their website or on their social media at British Sailing.
This has been a special edition of the podcast, recorded here at St Pancras Station in London with British Sailing, the most successful sailing team in Olympic history. You can always find us online, anythingbutfooty.com, and you can message us from there and check out all our socials. And make sure you follow Anything But Footy for all the news in the build-up to Paris 2024.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.